Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you what all changed in the new update on Espire 1, the version 1.8. Before you get started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more tutorials on Espire 1, and comment any questions or recommendations for future videos. Now that you've done that, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to point out to you is the two new maps that Espire 1 added to the challenge menu. One is a new hostage rescue situation, which is the hardest hostage rescue situation yet, and a takedown situation, which is supposed to be the hardest too, but I say the one before is actually harder, but that is up for debate. Anyways, this map was first shown in a Intel objective challenge. It was the very last map that you played, which is the video clip that I'm showing you here, so that there's no spoilers. You're welcome. But and it was a pretty big map, so I was pretty surprised when they didn't use it for something else. So it makes sense that they use it for some new challenges. Now the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the new two guns that you saw that was added to the game, which is probably the biggest part of this new update. One being the Espire submachine gun, and the second one being the spawn-off shotgun. Both guns are really useful, and you could actually see the Espire was used in the original trailer for the Espire 1, but they never actually made it into the game. Now, you did notice both of these were in the training, but they never actually made it into the missions. Now they are actually in the missions, and you can use them. Now, these guns aren't hidden around the map like most of the other weapons are. They are actually found on every single rack on every mission. Now, in order for you to do this, you actually have to go through both submachine gun training levels, or training challenges, and both shotgun challenges, training challenges. Once you do that, they'll spawn on every single rack in the on all 6 missions. Now, the one bad thing about these new guns is when Espire originally created the game, or created it where the two guns could be used in all the missions, the Espire machine gun wasn't a big problem with ammo, because it used the same ammo as the black submachine gun that you see me using in this clip. However, the spawn-off shotgun actually has no other ammo throughout the mission, so you are only given the ammo that it originally comes with. So you have to use it very wisely. They should have created more places where you could pick up the ammo, but unfortunately they did not think of it. Now let's talk about some smaller changes to the game that may or may not make a very big difference. So the very first one is the Feet Don't Fail Me Now achievement. The time you had to beat mission 1.6 in the VR operative difficulty was 5 minutes and 30 seconds, which they changed to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So, which does make the achievement a lot easier, but is desperately needed because even some of the better speedrunners would have a hard time with getting that achievement. So it just made it a little bit easier for ordinary users to still be able to get the achievement. The next thing that we're going to talk about that Espire changed was a lot of bugs that Espire had. Now, granted, this is much better than the original version of Espire, having much less bugs than it had before, but it still has some bugs that I have talked about in some of my other videos. One bug that I didn't talk about in any of my videos, but you have probably experienced before, is the crashing bug, where you'll be playing in the middle of the game, and then you'll just be stuck in a screen and nothing will happen. You'll just have to restart the game. Now, even though it does say that the crashing bug is fixed, how they fixed it was, instead of it actually crashing, you just get sent to a black screen for a little while your Oculus loads, and then it will bring you straight back to the screen that you were at. If you're in the middle of a game, it will just pause your game. So I guess that is better, but they still have a little bit to fix. The next bug that they patched up was the bug in mission 1.5, where the animation of the lady walking across the vent above you, I think it's Ophis walking above you, would sometimes never happen. Sometimes just because you were using a cheat during mission 1.5, or sometimes just because it decided it was going to. But this bug is now patched up, and it no longer does that anymore. Another bug that they patched up was the one in mission 1.6, where sometimes if you possessed an Espire unit at the wrong time, the rack with all the weapons that you could choose from would never pop up sometimes. That bug is now fixed, and it will always pop up. Now, this has nothing to do with bugs, but just something I noticed when I was playing is the mission 1.5 music actually changed. Not when you are originally in the elevator shaft, but when you get out of the elevator shaft and into the ventilation system with the drones, it seems like the music is different. Now, this is kind of hard to hear because of the drones making their loud noises, but I'm pretty sure it's changed. If you think differently, please put that in the comment section below. Another something that they changed up from before was actually the enemies now have different phrases that they say. This is just a little add-on, but you will now notice a few phrases that you never heard them say before that they now say. Another thing that changed was the credit scene at the end of mission 1.6 after you completed it is now different than it was before. Now, this one is a very minor issue that you've probably never even experienced before, but I did on my first playthrough of Mission 1.2, is when you try to walk across that very top post, when you're trying to get across the trip mines, before you couldn't stand up completely, even though there was nothing guarding you from standing up except for an invisible barrier. Now you can stand up and walk across just fine. Which, like I said, is a very small bug, but they have patched that up too. Now let's talk about some things that weren't supposed to come with the new update, or stuff that we may have been hoping that would come with the update that did not. One of these that I was looking forward to was hopefully them fixing the party time cheat. If you have got the party time cheat, you have probably noticed that it doesn't do anything. Which I looked it up online, and apparently whenever your bullet hits, it's supposed to make confetti, but instead it just literally does nothing. So, and that was not fixed. Another bug that was not fixed is the freeze bug. So sometimes when you say freeze at an enemy, they will never freeze. They'll just stay standing there, and then they'll end up turning around and seeing you. Or some other times you will never say freeze and the enemies will freeze, and they may be like 10 feet away from you. Although that is a pretty big bug, they decided they weren't going to fix that. Now, a new bug that has never happened before, but that I noticed when I was going through mission 1.2, was if you ever grab a lever now and pull it while holding on to another object. So if you're actually lift yourself up off the ground and then pull a lever, you'll glitch backwards about 5 or 7 steps, just depending on if you're inside walls or if you're not inside walls. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and comment any questions or anything I may have missed. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in another one of my videos. Until then, goodbye.